Greetings, Seeker. You've arrived at Timeline 2 in our Victorian London tale. For those who wish to embark on this journey from its outset, the link to the beginning awaits you in the description. After days immersed in the texts, the gentle warmth of Florence's breakfast, and her words about London's hidden stories, return to you. Perhaps it's time to see what the city itself holds, you mused. You needed a break from the intense study, a chance to process the vast new concepts swirling in your mind. You stepped out of the tavern and onto the bustling Victorian streets, the gas lamps now flickering to life as evening approached. The mist, a familiar London companion, began to swirl around the ancient buildings, softening their hard edges and lending an air of profound mystery to every alley and archway. The clatter of hansom cabs, the distant cries of newspaper boys, the hurried footsteps of pedestrians, it was a symphony of a bygone era. You walked along the Thames, the dark swirling waters reflecting the gaslight, past the imposing silhouette of the Houses of Parliament and the solemn presence of Westminster Abbey, their spires piercing the gathering gloom. The iconic Big Ben chimed the hour, a deep, resonant peal that seemed to carry the weight of centuries. London was a city constantly evolving, a living organism, its modern marvels built upon layers of ancient history, much like the complex, ever-expanding brain of a brilliant mind. It was a city of startling contradictions, the roar of progress intertwined with the whispers of antiquity, a grand, technological spectacle built upon Roman foundations and medieval secrets. It was a place where history wasn't just found in books, but in the very cobblestones, the very air. Then, through a momentary break in the swirling mist near Westminster Bridge, you saw him. A fleeting glimpse, a familiar silhouette disappearing down a narrow alleyway. Your heart leapt. It was the mysterious man. Without a second thought you followed, the cobblestones slick beneath your feet, the alley twisted and turned, leading you deeper into the labyrinthine heart of the City of London, a place of ancient foundations and hidden histories. You wondered who he truly was, this enigmatic figure who appeared and disappeared like a ghost, but you knew, instinctively, that asking him directly would be futile. His secrets were his own, carefully guarded, and to question him was to break the delicate trust that had formed between you. You would learn his identity when, and if, he chose to reveal it. He led you past towering dark buildings, their facades grimed with centuries of soot. You passed the imposing structure of Guildhall, its ancient stones seeming to hum with forgotten stories of Roman governors and medieval guilds. The mysterious man paused at a seemingly innocuous heavy wooden door set into a recessed archway, almost invisible to the casual eye. He turned, and that familiar, knowing smile played on his lips. "You chose wisely," he murmured, his voice a low, resonant hum that seemed to vibrate through the very stones of the city. "To trust the unseen path, to listen to the whisper of destiny, is the first step towards true gnosis. I observed your diligence in room 22. You have absorbed much from both ends of the spectrum, have you not?" He pushed the door open, revealing a dark descending staircase. "Come," he beckoned. "The true libraries of London are not always found above ground." You descended into the cool, damp earth, the sounds of the city fading above you, replaced by the drip of water and the faint echo of your own footsteps. The air grew heavy, carrying the scent of ancient stone, damp earth, and something else, a dry, papery aroma, mingled with a faint, almost electrical tang. The staircase spiraled downwards, its rough-hewn steps hinting at immense age, perhaps even Roman origins. Finally, you emerged into a vast, subterranean chamber. It was a library, unlike any you had ever seen, not a modern, gaslit hall, but an ancient, sprawling complex, carved into the very foundations of London. Towering shelves, some built into the rough, unhewn stone walls, others into crumbling medieval arches, stretched into the gloom, disappearing into unseen corners. scrolls, ancient texts bound in leather and vellum, and artifacts from civilizations long past filled every available space. Faint, ethereal light seemed to emanate from the very air, illuminating dust motes dancing in slow, silent currents. The atmosphere was one of profound stillness, of immense, accumulated knowledge. The mysterious man gestured around the cavernous space. "Welcome," he said, his voice now resonating with an almost otherworldly authority, "to a sanctuary of timeless wisdom. Here, beneath the very heart of this modern city, lie the echoes of ancient truths, preserved through ages." He led you to a large, circular stone table, upon which lay several ancient, open texts, their pages brittle and yellowed. "But this library, seeker," he swept a hand around the cavernous space, "holds more than just those echoes. It is a living chronicle of London itself. Here lie scrolls detailing the earliest Celtic settlements, the tribal lore that predates even the Roman invasion. You will find records of Roman London, Londinium, built by emperors like Julius Caesar, and later expanded by Marcus Aurelius, charting the very foundations of this city, the legions that marched through its streets, the temples that rose and fell. There are chronicles of the Viking incursions, the longships on the Thames, the struggles and eventual melding of cultures that shaped the city's character. And here too are the forgotten histories of medieval London, the great minds of the Renaissance who walked these very streets, the philosophers, the alchemists, the early scientists who laid the groundwork for the Victorian Age's technological marvels." He spoke with a quiet passion, his words bringing the past to life. "Every book, every scroll here, is a fragment of the city's soul, a testament to its enduring spirit and its ever-unfolding mysteries. You seek the origins of Hermeticism," he began, his gaze piercing. "And rightly so, for the various Hermetic orders and their intricate rituals and symbols are but a recent flowering from a much older, deeper root. A root that stretches back through the mists of time, across continents, and into the very dawn of human consciousness." He picked up a scroll, its parchment feeling impossibly old. "Our journey begins in ancient Greece, though the wisdom was already ancient even then. The philosophers, the mystics, the Gnostics, Plato, the pre-Socratic thinkers, they were all grappling with fragments of this primordial truth. They sought universal laws, the underlying order of the cosmos, the divine spark within humanity. The Corpus Hermeticum, a collection of sacred texts, though compiled later, captures the essence of this Greek-Egyptian synthesis, a dialogue between man and the divine, a quest for gnosis, for direct knowledge of God." He spoke of figures like Pythagoras, whose mathematical insights were seen as keys to cosmic harmony, and the Eleusinian mysteries, hinting at profound, transformative initiations that predated any formal order. He then moved to another text, its illustrations depicting Egyptian hieroglyphs and deities. But the true wellspring, the original source, lies in ancient Egypt. Here the wisdom was embodied by Thoth, the divine scribe, the lord of magic and knowledge, whom the Greeks later equated with Hermes. And at the very core of this ancient wisdom lies the profound truth of the Emerald Tablet. He paused, his eyes gleaming with an almost reverent intensity. "Imagine a tablet, not carved from earthly stone, but from a material unknown to this plane. Its very substance seems to hum with an alien energy, a resonance that speaks to the deepest parts of your being, hinting at a connection to something beyond this reality. It is a testament, a direct transmission from the source, stating, as above so below, the fundamental principle that the microcosm reflects the macrocosm, that the universe is mirrored within the human soul." The thought of such an artifact, a tangible link to other planes or times, sent a shiver of excitement down your spine. A material unknown to this plane, from a different timeline. A sudden, startling realization dawned on you. Is that why I'm here? Am I too, like this mythical tablet, from another plane, another timeline? Is that my purpose here, to understand my own displaced existence? He described the intricate rituals performed in the temples, the deep reverence for divine principles, and the understanding of cosmic cycles that govern their lives. He spoke of the Egyptian concept of Ma'at, cosmic order and truth, as a guiding principle for all Hermetic endeavors. As he spoke, the air around you seemed to shimmer, images forming in your mind's eye, vast pyramids under a blazing sun, priests in white linen robes chanting ancient hymns, the intricate carvings of temples coming alive with their symbolic meaning. It was as if his words were not merely sounds, but a direct transmission of historical memory. And yet, the mysterious man continued, his voice dropping to a near whisper, even Egypt was not the ultimate origin. There are whispers, ancient legends, of a civilization that predates even the earliest dynasties. A civilization of unparalleled advancement, where spiritual understanding and technological mastery were intertwined. A place where the very fabric of reality was understood with a clarity we can only dream of. He paused, his gaze fixed on you, a profound intensity in his eyes. I speak, of course, of Atlantis. He walked to a section of the library filled with maps and astronomical charts, some impossibly old. Atlantis, he explained, is not merely a mythical island, it is a memory, a blueprint for a perfected human existence. It was a civilization that understood the universal laws, the true nature of energy, and the profound connection between consciousness and creation. Imagine shimmering crystalline cities that pulsed with a soft, inner light beneath the waves, vast structures rising from the depths, built with a technology that seemed to defy earthly physics. Picture grand, harmonious temples, their surfaces glowing with intricate patterns, where consciousness itself was the primary tool. It was a place where knowledge flowed freely, powered by colossal, glowing crystals, and where beings moved with an innate understanding of cosmic rhythms. Much of the Hermetic wisdom, the Kabbalah, even the very structure of the symbolic systems we see today, are but echoes, fragmented memories, of the pristine knowledge that flourished there. It was a place where the divine spark within humanity was fully realized, where the great work was lived, not merely sought. He described Atlantis not just as a physical place, but as a state of consciousness, a wellspring of pristine knowledge that, though lost to the physical world, continued to resonate on higher planes, subtly influencing human spiritual evolution. He spoke of the Atlanteans' mastery of crystal energy, their understanding of the subtle forces of the cosmos, and their profound connection to the divine. He hinted that the true purpose of Hermeticism, and indeed your own journey, was to rediscover this lost state of being, to unlock the Atlantean wisdom within. You felt a profound shift within you. The world you knew, the history you had learned, seemed to expand exponentially. The deep historical roots of Hermeticism, the interconnections between different ancient mystical traditions, and the idea of a universal, timeless wisdom, all coalesced into a breathtaking tapestry. The tantalizing possibility of a lost, advanced civilization, the true source of all esoteric knowledge, hung in the air, a beacon of ultimate truth. The quest to find the emerald tablets and the lost city of Atlantis now felt incredibly alluring, a direct path to understanding your own displaced existence. The mysterious man then turned to you, his gaze piercing, yet undeniably benevolent. "You carry a peculiar device, do you not?" he murmured, his eyes flickering towards your pocket, where your time machine lay hidden. "A key, not just to this time but to all times. I sense its hum, its potential. Perhaps, after all this, you will find its true purpose lies not just in observing history, but in experiencing its deepest roots, in visiting these ancient places we have discussed." He then reached into his own coat, producing two items. One was a small black glass flask, its liquid shimmering subtly. "This flask," he explained, holding it up, "is a tool for a specific path, used by a man of audacious will and rebellious spirit. He seeks to awaken the inner eye by unconventional means, drawn to raw power and direct experience." Next, he produced a small, tightly rolled scroll of parchment, tied with a simple black ribbon. "And this scroll," he continued, offering it, "is for another path, favored by a meticulous scholar who seeks purity and profound symbolism. He will guide you through a disciplined ascent towards understanding. This map, encrypted with the very symbols you have been studying in that book, will lead you to his physical gates." He held both items out, his gaze unwavering. Both are valid paths within the broader Hermetic tradition, leading to different forms of understanding. Your journey has already shown you the spectrum. The choice, as always, is yours. He then turned, moving towards the hidden exit of the library. "Come," he said. "The night is drawing to a close, and the city awaits your decision." You followed him out of the ancient library, ascending the winding staircase and emerging back into the cool, damp London night. The sounds of the city, once distant, now rushed back in, a cacophony of horse hooves, distant shouts, and the mournful cry of a foghorn. As you walked alongside the mysterious man, heading back towards the main thoroughfares, your mind reeled. The black flask, the encrypted scroll, the promise of Atlantis, the echoes of the two distinct philosophies you had just read about. You stand at the precipice of three profound choices, each promising a vastly different journey. The mysterious man has laid bare the ancient roots of Hermeticism and presented you with the tools to pursue either of the Hermetic order's divergent paths, or to follow him into the deepest mysteries of time itself. The weight of these decisions presses upon you, each a potential destiny. Which path will you pursue? Option 1. Discover the secrets of time, trusting the unknown. Option 2. Consume the flask, embracing the unconventional approach. Option 3. Decipher the scholar's scroll, embracing the disciplined teachings of a Hermetic order.